Greetings, YouTube. LMS Tactical here. Listen, if you're offended by foul language or blatant truth or things that you don't agree with, you need to get off of this channel. So I want to talk a little bit about, and I'll get back to South Africa in another video that I'll do after this. But I want to talk just a little bit more about the shooting, the mass shooting that took place in New Zealand. You know, when I look at, and I've avoided the news since this whole thing happened. Whenever you get anybody that uses a firearm in any kind of a sensational crime, I have to stay off the news for a while because I can't take it. I mean, you'll see me burping and shit as I make this video because the fucking bile rises to my throat because it stresses me out how weak these sheeple are in this country. And not only in this country, but just in the West in general. Liberals, which, you know, there's the liberal mindset is just so pervasive in so many places, not the least of which is New Zealand. I mean, the last time I saw the news, I saw the prime minister. I know nothing about this chick, but I can tell you that she's a full-blown sellout liberal commie. No doubt about it. She literally said, I'll paraphrase, you know, I can tell you one thing, there will be gun law changes. And then I heard her, you know, they were talking about doing away with the, you know, this guy, he had licenses for his AR-15s and blah, 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 blah. You know, listen, do you fucking idiots actually believe that adding more laws will keep you safer? They're like a bunch of headless chickens running into each other and running into the fucking walls as they try to figure out how to fucking save themselves. Talking about liberals. And there's no fucking common sense whatsoever in there. There's no logic. You know, I mean, you would think that these people believe that the guns themselves are responsible for this kind of shit. You know? Let's look at that situation. Let's just look at the New Zealand situation, all right? Guy walks in with guns and wipes out a whole shitload of people without guns. What would have been nice to have in that equation? Well, there's two things. One is a utopian fucking world where there are no guns and people don't do bad things to each other. That ain't ever gonna happen. And the other really cool thing to which would have been a nice thing to have, would be if somebody in the mosque had a gun or three. But oh no, this is a house of worship. This is a place of worship. We can't do that, you know. Listen, I'm going to tell you people something. I'm not the most religious dude that's on YouTube, but whether you are going to a mosque or a fucking synagogue, no offense, a church, you know, or a goddamn, whatever the fuck, a coven, wherever you witches go. God, no matter which God you pray to, is not going to come down and stop somebody from coming in there and mowing you people down. This has happened too often. It's happened all over the Middle East. It's happened here. It's gonna happen again because fucking people are sick. And the bigger the population is and the more fucked up things get and the more pissed off people get, the more crazy the fucking crazies come out and do shit like this. And they fucking hurt and kill innocent people like what happened in New Zealand. Adding more laws. I mean, think about it. Those people that want to, sorry, I got a pubic hair in my mouth. Just kidding. It's my dog. I was just kissing my dog. Maybe it is a pubic hair. How do I know? Could be one of my dog's pubic hairs. That's nasty. Sorry. I just get pissed off thinking about this. You know, all governments everywhere in the world are fucking things up royally. So these weak people, these anti-gun people, these people that live in fucking utter fear and they think and they want someone else to save them. They want someone else to protect them. They actually believe that the very people that are in the government that do such fucked up work are somehow going to write new laws and enforce new laws that are somehow going to protect them. How'd that work out in New Zealand? Okay, we have police force. They have a police force in New Zealand. I think the fucking response time was like 37 minutes. Half of the people that got killed in the mosque have already been reincarnated into other lives by the time the fucking police showed up. 37 minutes? Who? What the fuck? I could respond to another country in 37 minutes. So, obviously, the system sucks. Okay? I don't know what the fuck's going on in New Zealand and whatever the fuck that town's called, Christchurch, New Zealand. But, come on, man. That's insane. But the fact of the matter is, if you're in a life or death situation, no matter where in the world you are, and the fucking cops get there in 10 minutes, but you get killed in 8 minutes, they're 2 minutes. Let's see, I'm from LA. 8, 9, carry the 1, 10, yeah. So if they fucking get there in 10 minutes, and you're dead in 8 minutes, they're 2 minutes too fucking late. I didn't even finish high school and I can figure that fucking math out. You cannot depend. Listen, man, I'm a retired police officer. I've been a cop my whole adult life. When we get there, 99.9% of the time, the shit's done. We're either looking at the fucking people that died or looking at the people that lived, and then we get to hear the story. Because if we're not driving by when the shit happens, the chances of a police officer coming through the fucking bushes and saving everybody is slim to fucking never. All right? So, I implore you people, and when I say you people, I'm talking to whoever the fuck is watching this. Take your own safety and your own life and your own dignity into your own hands. Guns exist. They're always going to fucking exist. You can take them away from all the people that'll let you take them away. And then the only ones that have guns are going to be the government, which, come on, we've seen what happens when governments go bad. And the fucking people that don't follow rules and don't follow laws. Which, by the way, that's what makes them criminals. You see, they're the bad guys. They don't give a fuck how many laws you put on the books. The only people that follow laws on the books are fucking people that are not criminals. Okay, this is not fucking rocket science. So, fucking adding more laws, disarming fucking citizens so that they can fucking sit around and hope the cops show up to save them. You gotta be fucking kidding me, man. Guns are nothing more than fucking equalizers. If you have a Chinese humpback dwarf on one side of the room and a fucking mixed martial arts badass dude on the other side and a fucking Glock in the middle, and you ring the bell, and that fucking humpback dwarf gets to that Glock first, there is no fucking, he's not at a disadvantage anymore, is he? If you fucking, let me make it better. I'll make the analogy better. If you give the mixed martial artist a Glock and you give the Chinese humpback dwarf, no offense to Chinese humpback dwarfs, you give him a Glock or a Smith & Wesson, whatever the fuck your choice is, suddenly they're both equal, and it's going to come down to whoever the fuck is better trained, cool-headed, and can put a fucking round on target faster. So one guy walks into that mosque and he's outnumbered by who knows how many people were in that mosque. But he was running the show because he had a fucking gun or two. Can you imagine how many lives would have been saved if somebody in that mosque would have fucking whipped out, or maybe two or three people, and started putting fucking lead into that dude's forehead and fucking face? Come on, man. If you want to disarm the fucking public, all you're doing is fucking making it easier for people like that to go around and do shit like he did. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. There's no argument that you can give me unless you could wave a magic wand and make every fucking weapon on Earth disappear permanently. As long as there's one gun on Earth, there's a potential for the wrong motherfucker to have it in his hands, and then that means everyone else is at a disadvantage. And from a guy, take it from a dude that's worked for the government all his adult life. First in a city government as a cop, and then in the federal system. The government is not gonna fucking save you. It just ain't gonna fucking happen. You need to take your own safety seriously, and you need to get the killer instinct in you, whether you have a fucking gun or not. A properly motivated motherfucker could kill 10 people with a Q-tip. All right? So I don't give a fuck, but you're not going to do it if you're on your knees fucking waiting around for your turn for the bullet to smash into your fucking head. You have to think tactically, you have to live tactically, and that is a big difference between thinking tactical and living tactical and being paranoid. That doesn't mean that every time you go out you got to be looking around for the fucking guy that's going to come and shoot you. That's not living. That's fucked up. I'd rather be dead than walk around fucking fearful. Don't be afraid of anything. If you're not laughing every single day, something's wrong with you. The world is fucked up. Yeah, we could come up with a lot of reasons why we can be depressed and fucking stressed out. But you know what? It's no different now than it was 1,000 years ago. Every single fucking generation on this planet has had its problems, and everybody thought the end was near. And oh my God, look at the signs of the times. Back in the 1800s, they thought it was the end, and fucking before that. And, people lived through the Holocaust. They lived through World War I. People survived the Bataan Death March. And in spite of all of it, there were still people getting married and fucking having birthdays and telling jokes and living. So you better laugh out loud every fucking day. It's very healthy for you. Don't let all this shit get you down and make you feel like the end is coming any second. Listen, the end is coming. All right? If I get hit by a fucking car tomorrow, the end of the world happened for me. If you have a heart attack and fall dead while you're sitting on the shitter in the morning, then that's the end of the world for you. So don't fucking waste your life by worrying about fucking some dude walking in and mowing you down. Don't give these cocksuckers that kind of power. You take the precaution. Is that even a fucking word? Precaution? You take the... Fuck it. You take the caution. Take the precaution. Whatever. Take the fucking... Do the shit that fucking makes you... Fuck. I'm screwed up. Yeah, and I'm sorry that my language offends you. I can hear a bunch of old ladies right now going, well, he was so nice in the South Africa video, but man, he's cussing. That's because I'm pissed off. Pissed off at fucking the way people talk every time there's a mass shooting. That's why. I don't know, man. You take the necessary steps to be trained, be educated, know what's going on around you, have situational awareness, trust your instincts. They do not lie. If a fucking hair on your neck pops up sometime, make sure you pay attention and start focusing on shit. But never be paranoid. Just be ready. And if you fucking die, you die. Who gives a fuck? But, don't make it easy for somebody to fucking take your life. Make it real hard. Make them fucking earn it. And if you gotta fly across the room, man, like fucking Chuck Norris and start ripping eyeballs out with your fucking toes, then that's what you gotta do. All right? So, stand by and I'll make my South African video here shortly. In the meantime, you guys stay safe. LMS Tactical, I'm out.